Welcome to this episode of Behind the Symbolism. In today's episode, we'll be talking about Kanye West's recent album release event for Donda. I have analyzed all three of the events to the best of my ability with the available footage I can find, and I believe I have an understanding of what's going on. Many of you have requested I take a look into this, so let's get right into it. First off, I would like to note that I already made a video on Kanye. It's a bit outdated because the mic I had at the time was no good, and I was still new to making YouTube videos. However, I am working on an updated version, and I will be releasing it soon. In that video, I explained that Kanye was using his fans' religious belief to manipulate them. Kanye essentially started his own church, the Church of Kanye, where he's the God. Since the beginning of his career, he's always wanted to be worshipped, calling himself a god, even naming himself Jesus. This is why Kanye began rapping to begin with. He wanted to be worshipped like the artists he produced beats for. He envied their attention. Many people believe that Kanye might have sacrificed his mother in order to get initiated and be reborn through Lucifer, and his Donda event only makes his accusations much more believable. The odd circumstances in which Kanye Mother's past stood out to many, including myself. Yes, I know she had gone in for surgery, but there was no reports of malpractice with her procedure. What comes to no surprise is that she would pass just 2 months after Kanye's graduation would sell 957,000 copies first week, outdoing both of Kanye's previous 2 albums. Even the name of the album is telling, as it implied that he finally graduated from something. In a 2015 interview, Kanye was asked about his mom, which he stated that he blamed himself for his mother's death. When asked about his sacrifice, he stated that his mother would be alive if he would have never moved to LA, telling the interviewer that he'd rather not get into it. After analyzing the available footage I can find on the Donda event, it's clear to me that this was in no way honoring Donda's life, but instead honoring her sacrifice and Kanye's transcendence into a false god. The first event held in Atlanta shows Kanye dressed in red. Freemasons wear red to symbolize his sacrifice. He stands around in the middle of a ritual circle, which is created to hold spiritual energy in, not allowing it to escape. The smoke and the chanting all represent ritual practice, which anybody with a set of eyes can see. Kanye would want us to believe that this is all rooted in Christianity. The thing is, I have never seen any church service that looked the way this event looked. It resembled the Black Mass, which is held by Satanists. The high priest would usually sit in the middle and conduct a demonic ritual while surrounded by other members, forming a circle almost exactly what we see with Kanye. In his second listening event, you can see him dressed in black, head to toe, and wearing Donda across his shirt. Again, we see people forming a ritual circle around Kanye. At the end of the ritual, he starts to levitate, as if he's becoming possessed. It's important to know what black represents in Freemasonry, which is death. This is what Kanye is representing, the death of his mother, which was his sacrifice. In the final listening event, he starts with a replica of his childhood home, and it appears to be burning from the inside. You can see what seems to be flames lighting up the lower windows as smoke could be seen rising. This home is supposed to represent Kanye's death and rebirth. Again, a group of men surround Kanye in a ritual circle. Closer to the end of the event, he is set on fire from the inside of his house. Then Kanye is walking out in flames to represent the phoenix, the rise from the flames, signifying Kanye's rebirth as a false god. When they put Kanye's flames out, a woman dressed in white, which appears to be Kim, walks towards him. Essentially, she represents his offering. If I were to summarize Kanye's odd behavior, it's nothing more than just an open satanic ritual for the masses. Many believe that Kanye sacrificed his mother, and looking at this, I can't really argue with them. This to me clearly represents, in ritual form, what he did to make it. From the red representing sacrifice, to black representing death, and lastly, the fire representing his rebirth. These rituals have been done for years at award shows for the world to watch. Kanye sold his soul years ago and has been serving Lucifer proudly. He confused many people with his Jesus is King album, but even in that album he had the song Christ-like, where he repeatedly confessed his life isn't Christ-like. Kanye wants to be a god, and he has finally achieved it, convincing people that he is spreading the word of the gospel, a true wolf in sheep's clothing. People like Kanye are willing to do anything to be a god. Just like Lucifer, they want to be worshipped, stealing God's praise for themselves. God should be the only being to be praised, as he is the creator, and all of it is his creation. Kanye, just like Lucifer, wanted that praise for themselves. Donda was Kanye's ticket into the music industry, his way into being able to achieve his dreams of being a god. As much as it might have hurt him, he was willing to do what he felt was needed, which was a sacrifice. Kanye himself admitted he sold his soul to the devil. He proved himself to them the moment he was willing to make Donda his sacrifice. Kanye, like all of the artists that make it to the level he is on, must make a sacrifice. It must be initiated with blood. Many people are quickly being able to tell that Kanye is deceiving them. People can clearly see the agenda being pushed. Most of these celebrities are Satanists and are being used to guide the youth into their own damnation. It's clear to see what side Kanye is on. The same side Marilyn Manson is on, who you can see next to Kanye at the event. Manson has made an entire career of openly worshiping Lucifer and spreading his demonic agenda. It is no coincidence that a man like Manson would attend such a demonic event. Kanye chose Lucifer a long time ago. People have been deceived by Kanye since the beginning of his career. One of his biggest songs early on was Jesus Walks, and many people took this song as him praising God. I always heard it as him giving his farewell to God and turning his back on him. His entire purpose is to lead the masses astray. As we listen to our favorite artists, we must remember what they stand for and what agenda they represent. They want our souls and they will not stop until they have them. We must not allow the music we listen to manipulate us. They want us to buy into their Masonic lifestyle and guide us on a destructive path. We must help those who can't see the truth find the truth. Thank you for watching this episode of The Truth Is. If you would like to further support the channel, join me on Patreon. The link would be in the description. If you join before the 28th of this month, you can still be entered to this month's monthly raffle where you can win a shirt, a cash prize, and even pick a video topic. Also, please leave a comment below on your thoughts on this video and on any future topics you would like to see me cover on my channel. If you like this video, please hit the like button as this helps other people find these videos. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified of future videos. Please follow me on Instagram at TheTruthIs01 and on TikTok at TheTruthIs. I will gladly appreciate it. Thank you. Goodbye.